What's going on, people? It's Jay from Cool Vids 2020. So today, I just wanted to talk to you about Get Out. Great movie. It's in theaters for the second week. If you haven't heard of Get Out, then I need you to crawl out from whatever fucking rock you've been under. It's a fucking great movie. Written and produced by Jordan Peele, one half of the comedy duo Key and Peele. If you don't know who the fuck they are, again, crawl out from that same rock. It's a pretty dope story. Hell, it's even crazy, like the amount of money that they spent making this movie. I think they spent under $5 million, and as of today, they've grossed over $100 million already. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they're doing like $4 million weekdays, which is crazy. That means that motherfuckers are leaving work to go to the movies to see this shit. Fucking crazy. But so Get Out. In a nutshell, it's about a young brother named Chris who is dating a white girl named Rose. The movie basically starts out with a black dude walking through a white neighborhood, and I think he's trying to get to a party or some shit. And a white Porsche pulls up. So he turns around and basically starts walking the other way, and then the Porsche kind of backs up, and then he realized that the guy was like following him or whatever. So as he turns around and he looks at the Porsche, all of a sudden all he sees is the car door open and he doesn't see anybody, but of course he gets ambushed by the driver. Ends up like putting him in the sleeper hole, which is kind of disappointing for a brother to get put in the sleeper hole like that and dragged like a fucking rag doll. But hey, either way. So he dragged his ass, threw him in the trunk of the Porsche and pull off, and then the movie begins. Starts off, shows Chris and Rose in their apartment in, let's just say, Brooklyn or some shit. And, they're moving around. They're getting ready to go to Rose's parents' estate to meet for the first time. So, one key thing about the movie, pay attention to everything. I mean, even the shit you can't see. Watch everything. Don't leave for popcorn. Don't leave for snacks. No bathroom breaks. Piss in the bottle if you have to. Sneak your food in the theater like a real motherfucker, like we used to do when we were 18. Do that shit now. So Chris and Rose are going to Rose's parents way out in the countryside, like West Bubblefuck. So on the way to the house, Rose is driving and they end up hitting a deer. So one key thing to pay attention to, like from the beginning here, is her lack of regard for the deer, or in this case, the buck. So Chris, on the other hand, shows like super concern. So he goes out of his way to check on the whereabouts of the buck, which ends up dying on the side of the road. Spooky shit. We'll come back to it. So now let's fast forward a little bit. So they arrive now at Rose's parents' house, where they tell her parents about hitting the deer. Or the buck, pardon me. So now Rose's father goes on to say, I'm sick of it. They're taking over. They're like rats. They're destroying the ecosystem. If I see a dead deer on the side of the road, I think to myself, that's a start. Okay. So this is really a metaphor for black people, because, they, at one point, black people were considered bucks, right? So the premise is that blacks are taking over the world, etc., etc. It seems plausible, and this has been played out over the years, like, for the most part. If you haven't heard some type of statement like this from someone of another genre, then that same rock I was talking about earlier, crawl out from under that shit. What else? Like, the movie is full of metaphors. So it's one of those, like, you really just pay attention. Like, don't fall asleep like I did the first time. But definitely pay attention. What's it called? You want to keep an eye on Georgina and the other groundskeeper. That will bug the fuck out. It'll all come together. I don't want to tell you the whole movie, but just go see it. I mean, personally, some like lessons learned from that movie. Just a couple. Don't date white women. Don't date white women named Rose. Don't date a white woman named Rose who follows NCAA prospects. Yeah. Don't date Rachel Dolezal, aka Nikichi Amari Diallo. If her parents mention wishing they could vote for President Obama for a third term, run. If her dad calls you my man one too many times, like my man, run. Get the fuck out of there. If you have a friend that works for the TSA, keep him close. I'm talking about the TS motherfucking A. Keep them close. If you're a brother and your lips completely engulf your girl's lips, run. So if you're dating a white girl and you ask her if her parents know you're black and she says it doesn't matter, guess what? It fucking matters. It's just a couple things. But definitely go support this one. Spend that $11. Go support that shit. We need to see this movie do another $100 million. Definitely want to thank you for subscribing and spending some time on my channel. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Peace.